All right, so get this. Imagine, right, a place just a stone's throw from Sydney's CBD, but it's nestled between two rivers. You've got scenic views, lively town centers,
Right.
and this community that's really looking ahead, thinking big. That's Ryde.
Yeah, it's got that unique blend, nature, opportunities, and, that classic Sydney energy. It's really fascinating. This isn't just another suburb. We're talking about a city within a city.
Absolutely. And they're really running with that whole city vibe, their city shaping division.
And I've heard about that.
Oh, they're on a mission to actually shape the future of Ryde. Think of Macquarie Park. They want it to be the place
Wow.
for tech companies.
Yeah.
Town center is so cool. They made other cities jealous.
Yeah.
Going all out.
It's ambitious. But they're not just, throwing ideas around. It's strategic. Ryde's in a great spot, close to everything, but with its own distinct character.
Totally. And speaking of character, they're not forgetting their roots either. They're launching this really cool thing, the Ryde History Hub.
Oh, tell me more about that.
It's like this digital time capsule, but way more interactive.
Okay.
Yeah, what's really cool is that it's not just a bunch of old photos and documents, which are cool, but they're encouraging people who live there to actually get involved
I like that.
in preserving Ryde's history. So it's like they're saying, hey, this is our story. Let's tell it together.
That's great.
I love that approach. They've actually got a launch event happening for the History Hub soon. We should check it out.
We should. There's something special about seeing history through the community's eyes.
Definitely. Speaking of special, we can't talk about Ryde without mentioning its Member of Parliament, Jordan Lane. And this isn't just some politician. This guy's story is intertwined with Ryde's story.
Yeah, he's a real hometown hero. I mean, we're talking born at Denistone House in Ryde Hospital, went to school there, Meadowbank, Ermington Public, then Marist College Eastwood.
Wow.
You could practically follow his life on a map of Ryde.
And it's not just about where he's been. It's that dedication.
Yeah.
Even back in school, Jordan was all about community service. It's like he's been prepping for this role his entire life.
It really does seem that way, and you can see it in how he represents Ryde. He's not just representing it, he embodies it.
Yeah.
He gets it because he's lived it.
Totally. And that commitment's always been there, hasn't it? I mean, look at his career. Years as a disability advocate.
Right, making sure their voices were heard.
Exactly. Then there's his project management experience, huge infrastructure and transport project.
All over New South Wales.
Exactly. This guy knows how to get things done. And it's not just being the member for Ryde, is it? He's got those two shadow minister roles as well.
Oh, yeah. Multiculturalism and health.
That's a lot to handle. Speaks volumes about his dedication. But, when you look at the issues facing Ryde today...
It's like his background's perfect for this.
Totally. But, okay, so we've talked about his work. But what about Jordan Lane, the person? What's he like when he's not being a politician?
Well, from what I've heard, he's really into cycling, early morning rides, that kind of thing. I think that's his way to unwind.
So we're picturing Jordan Lane, sunrise, cycling through the streets of Ryde.
Exactly.
I love it. What about favorite local spots? Any hidden gems he's a fan of?
Oh, yeah, there's this place in Denistone Park he loves, Roly-Poly Hill, I think it's called.
Okay.
And get this, apparently he's also a big fan of these, secret Italian relics hidden away at Macquarie University.
Wait, hold on. Secret Italian relics at Macquarie Uni.
I know, right?
I'm intrigued. This is why I love these deep dives, always learning something new. But okay, we can come back to hidden relics later. Let's talk about Jordan Lane's plans for Ryde. What's his vision?
So it's all about building a better future for everyone. One of his big priorities is that Ryde Hospital rebuild. It's been in the works for a while.
Yeah, that's a big one.
He's really determined to make it happen.
It's about more than just the building, though, right? It's about the whole community.
Absolutely. And it's not just the hospital. He's pushing for new schools as well. Ryde's growing fast.
Yeah.
Needs those places for kids to learn. And he's a big advocate for renters' rights.
Oh, that's huge for a lot of people in Ryde. What's his stance there?
Basically, he wants to make sure renters have secure, affordable housing. Everyone deserves a safe, stable place to live. It shouldn't matter if you own or rent. But this is where it gets interesting. One of his long-term goals is actually tackling gambling reform.
Wow. Okay, so that's a big one. It's a complicated issue. Takes a lot of guts to take that on.
Absolutely. But he's passionate about it. He's talked about the impact it can have on families, communities. He doesn't shy away from tough issues, which is, I think, what makes him an effective leader.
Okay, so we've got the hospital rebuild, new schools, renters' rights, gambling reform. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But we can't forget, Ryde's known for its community spirit as well. What's the vibe like there these days?
Oh, it's electric.
Yeah.
Really. You can feel it, that sense of community. And it's not just about living in the same place. It's about celebrating the things that make people different.
Well, they've got some fantastic events in Ryde, don't they? The Granny Smith Festival, that's legendary.
Oh, absolutely. A Ryde classic. And the Diwali Festival of Lights, too. It's amazing seeing the whole city lit up like that. But it's not just the big events, you know? It's the everyday things. Like, have you heard about the Ryde Shine Ability Talent Competition?
Your Ryde Shine Ability Talent Competition. I haven't heard of that one.
So imagine, like, singers, dancers, musicians, all getting up on stage and showing off their talents.
Right.
But it's specifically for people with disabilities who live in Ryde.
Oh, that's awesome. Talk about inclusivity.
Right. And they go all out. Professional sound and lights, the whole shebang. And the prizes are amazing. Like, how does a professional recording session sound?
Wow, that's incredible. That could be like a life-changing opportunity for someone.
Exactly. And it just shows how much Ryde values everyone, giving them a chance to shine. But, get this, staff and counselors from the city, they can participate, but they can't actually win.
Oh, I love that. Keeps things fair and focuses on the community.
It's a really nice touch. Speaking of Ryde, they just swore in their new council.
Oh, right.
And it's one of the most diverse in the city's history.
That's amazing. Representation is so important. Tell me more.
Well, first up, you've got Trenton Brown as the new mayor.
Okay.
Now, this isn't just some guy who decided to run for office.
Right.
His family's got this history of public service in Ryde, like deep roots in the community.
He's got that personal connection.
Yeah, and the whole council is just this great mix, different ages, backgrounds, experiences. It's like looking at a snapshot of Ryde itself.
That's fantastic. They're off to a great start. Ryde seems to be doing so many things right. It's got this rich history, a real vision for the future, and this community that celebrates its differences. What more could you ask for?
You took the words right out of my mouth. It's been great taking this deep dive into Ryde with you.
Yeah, did I?
You can tell it's a city that's not just growing, but like really becoming something special.
You know, talking about Ryde and its history, its people, I almost feel like I've been on a little vacation.
I know what you mean. It's like we've just scratched the surface of everything Ryde has to offer.
Exactly. And that's what I love about these deep dives. We go beyond just the facts and figures.
Right.
We really get a feel for the place.
We do. We've gone from like words on a page to an actual sense of what it's like to be there, to be part of that community.
Yeah. So to everyone listening, consider this your own invitation to discover Ryde. Who knows, you might just fall in love with it, just like we did.